Walk up in the life. Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like I'm really him. Hold up.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Diamond Duos podcast. My name is That Gaming Dad 25. As always, this is my co-host Josh 2K.
What's good, everybody?
And today, the guest we're rocking with, if you watched his video yesterday, the 2K player formerly known as All-That-Jaz. Say what's up there, everybody.
Formerly, I'm our Prince now. I'm on the Prince of 2K. What's good? What's good, fellas? Yeah, I'm wide awake. I know you guys are struggling because it's like mad early. I've already watched Elimination Chamber like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm not struggling. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm wide awake.
The trick is, whether it's 6 a.m., 12 p.m., I'm going to be struggling regardless.
Just a permanent struggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so normally we start with this or that, but me and Josh
I got one.
decided- Oh, do you?
I got one. Yeah, I got one.
Oh, I was gonna say we weren't doing this or that because shit ain't fun. But
I got one.
Whatever the one from last year was.
All right.
Yeah, go on.
All right. I'm making this up on the fly. I'm not gonna lie. But
W preparation.
Not your flow to say I've got something and went I've got nothing.
Hey. Listen here. All right. I'm about as prepared as 2K is. Would you rather? It's a this or that. So your first option is gambling only packs or be held hostage.
Is there a difference?
Pretty much what it feels like.
Those sound like the same
thing
options.
twice.
Shit. All right, I don't got one, guys. Move on.
Would I rather be held hostage or have 2K hold my wallet hostage? Are those the options?
Those are your two options.
Yeah. I'll be a hostage.
So I was thinking last night about this, like, where do we start? Let's just start at the beginning. So when we found out, because the last podcast dropped right before the All-Star packs came out, when we got the release of these All-Star packs, what were our thoughts?
I thought it was a mistake, honestly. I thought they were going to add them to the player market. You know, maybe they messed up. They've messed up with the player market a few times this year, so it was a mistake. That it had to be a mistake. And then I saw that, you know, they weren't fixing it. I was like, okay, you know, this is shitty. This is very shitty of them. It's a one-off experiment. Don't do it again. And then they doubled down.
Yeah.
So
That's what I...
Go ahead, Jazz.
So when I first saw it, I was like, it can't be, right? Everyone had that reaction, I think. They were like, nah, there's no way, it can't be. I think we all thought we were just reading too much into it. You know, people were getting ahead of themselves, you know, tweeting away like on the announcement before we saw it. I think everyone just went, there's no way it could be that bad. And it just was. It just was that bad. Like, I went through like possibilities of what it could be. I was like, okay, maybe they make Kareem packs only, all the opals are in there. Like, I went through stages of like how bad it could be, and then it ended up being just the worst case scenario. And then a week later, they did it again. You know what's funny about this? Because like last time I came on the podcast, it was just after they did Hakeem, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of panned the game, right? Like in that podcast. But I've actually been really happy with everything that they've done between
Up
the
to
last
this
podcast
point.
I was on.
Yeah.
And now, like Chet was great, Bede was great, like all of it was great. I was having a great time. Gameplay still sucks, but actually the content was in a really good place. I was like, next time I come on the pod, it's gonna be a whole new vibe. Like we're gonna be talking about maybe we had an impact on it, you know, maybe we went so hard on Hakeem that
Not 2K was like, all right, when is Jazz scheduled to come back on again?
yes, I think
we got to give him something to talk about.
They were like, yeah, we're gonna go nuclear before the next one.
But yeah, I think I was in the minority when these packs dropped. Initially, I was really upset that the Kareem was only in packs, but then I realized that like nobody was pulling them. So I was like, cool, I don't really got to worry about facing against them. So as much as I want them, I'm not really as stressed out because I'm not going to be playing them that much. And then I started pulling the packs, you know, no money spent. I didn't spend no money on them. And I started pulling pink diamonds that actually played for me. You know, I don't have a God squad, so a lot of these cards played for me. Kawhi, who else I pulled? Steph. I pulled a few pink diamonds that get some playtime. So I was like, this is like overall, did I get the cards I really wanted? No. But there's enough pink diamonds that I was satisfied. I was, like these cards play. It's not always about getting the best card if I can improve my team. I think by midweek, I was right before the Troydan incident. I was completely satisfied with this promo. I thought they were scumbags for it, but I thought it was gonna be a one-off, like Josh said. I could deal with this one time. It could have been worse. And then I saw how hard.
You're definitely gonna have to explain that in a second.
Well, I mean, like I said, like this is from the perspective of someone who doesn't.
What's the
spend money
scenario
on the
where it
game.
could have been worse? What is that exact scenario?
If you wouldn't have got those pink
the
diamonds
Wild
you wanted.
West. No, Wild West is the worst scenario. Because now the only cars worth of shit are behind the packs, and the pink diamonds are shit. They explained it for me. I didn't have to explain the worst scenario. But
They said you thought this was bad. Just wait.
Yeah, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, but with the Troydan thing, that's when I realized just how hard it was to pull this card, and that's when I was just like, I think as a community, that's when everybody was done, right? Everybody said they were done, but then I think when we saw Troydan pull 840, what was
24,
it?
824.
824 packs. I think everybody's like, yeah, nah, 2K's on some fuckery.
Well, I think the issue is Troy's always done this. In the past, he's always done this. Exposing 2K's odds are always shit. But in the past, we had an auction house. So if he never pulled him, he could go get him. That was the whole pitch on the player market. Making cards more obtainable. I would have paid anything for either Shea or Bron. Couldn't get him. Never once packed him. I'm not even talking about Kareem. I'm talking about Shea or LeBron. Could never get him. I think when they first announced it, what I thought they were going to do was kind of like with the Lunar New Year set, where all the players are in the player market except for Kareem, and you can get him VC only. That's what I thought was going to happen.
Right.
And then they were like, nah, go ahead, open up those wallets and start ripping.
Yeah.
And it just showed me we have gambling problems. Everybody. I'm not trying to talk shit to anybody. I do it too. But my entire Twitter feed, I'm talking people with millions, are sitting on E right now. They're on empty. They unloaded the entire clip trying to pull these cards, and nobody got the ones they wanted.
No, that's me
For different
included.
reasons.
I started selling everything. Now, not everything. Granted, I kept players that play. I didn't sell everything, but if you don't touch the court, you were getting sold to pull some of these packs.
Shoe boosts.
Yeah, shoe boosts, all that shit out the window.
5 MT at a time.
Just to fucking not pull. I pulled Jokic. I can't say I didn't pull any Galaxy Opal. I pulled Jokic, which was cool.
I spent $600K and never pulled an Opal.
But it could be worse. Troydan spent 800. No, he bought 824 packs and pulled what, 15 Opals?
That's
insane.
You know what's funny? I sent all my MT yesterday, right? I sent 2 mil. But if I'd stopped at 1 mil, my goal was to get rid of my MT. Not promoting this. This was a protest, pack opening, right? So I just sent all my MT. If I'd stopped at 1 mil, I would have had LeBron, Embiid, D-Rob, and Cat.
Oh, so the second half of your packs were just complete shit.
Nothing. But yeah, I had the first mil went well. Next maker odds is what I'm hearing. But the first half went pretty well.
Yeah, we never saw you actually pull him, but Kareem's somehow on your account. No, I'm playing.
Yeah, it's right next to Shaq.
So speaking of that, I just want you to put an end to this, Jazz. Everybody's saying Uncle Demi and a couple other next makers got the cards for free. That doesn't happen, right? That's never gonna happen. I just want from a next maker. I just want to hear it out your mouth. That's not gonna happen.
Either that or Jazz got screwed.
Yeah, where's mine? Where's my cream?
Yeah, because as good off as you were with 2K for a while, they never gave you the best you got was to use the account with the free cards. You never got free shit.
I mean, I did I did pull pretty well. Like I said, I got LeBron and D-Rob with the only 2 cards that I wanted.
Yeah, I
got
did
a
it.
lot of
So
You guys got
next
juiced
week,
accounts.
Yeah, so maybe. No, I don't think so. I would never say anything for sure. I don't know what goes on in the shadows, but no. Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to the super pack, the wrong tweet. You guys caught that, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, when they said it'll be in the play market.
But I'm just like, how does that happen? Somebody made that graphic.
And put it out.
Like,
Someone made
like
it.
that-
Posted,
like
someone
that's
else
not even
posted it.
that's not even a typo. Like so you can't. That's a Photoshop. Somebody made that graphic.
Yeah, they've had their worst week ever. Like, moving away from Zimbabwe, let's go back a little bit first. Like, it's a couple of things. But first thing, anyone saying that this is just like 2K being 2K, like, are you done? Like, honestly, like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, do you not understand what's happening? This kind of dismissive nature is part of the problem, by the way, because we just dismiss it. We go, oh, it's just 2K being 2K. It's almost like a kid, you know? The kid's just acting up again. Like, don't worry about it. Like, that's not what's happening here. This is the most predatory thing I've ever seen in 37 years of video gaming. Like, what? Don't dismiss it. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't dismiss it trying to act like you think you're being cool by acknowledging it. That's not what you're doing. You're dismissing it. You're literally, like, dismissing the fact that this is the first gambling only content we've ever. I heard, like, I've seen responses to my YouTube videos. Apparently in, like, 2K14, there was similar stuff. But, you know, that's a decade ago. And the second thing, which, the thing that really puts this over the air, and I didn't talk about this in my video yesterday, but I probably should have. The other thing about this is it's an entire power curve that's behind this.
Yeah.
It's not just like 1 or 2 cards that could level up someone's squad. It's an entire 2 overall power curve that's held behind gambling. Every single one of these cards runs.
And it's not even just the overalls. It's like literally, like I said, I could never give 2 shits about SIGs because I'm not good at the game. I can't dribble that well. The very quick jump shots, if anything, they kind of fuck me up. It takes me a long time to get used to that fast of a jumper. So I couldn't care less about the SIG changes, but everybody else has been asking for this like since October. Like, where's the SIG changes? Where are the SIG changes? So it's not just a 2 overall boost. The only players getting SIG changes are opals and above.
Yeah. It
So
started
the
with
only
Beasley, right? It started with Beasley. They tested the water with Beasley. They were like, will people just go VC only? That was their first question that they asked us, and we all just went, yeah.
So the only players, if you want better SIGs, better dribble styles, better jump shots, the only way you're going to get that is through a player impacts.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like, so.
Not to mention
like
the badge count, the defense, all of this stuff that, you know, with the way CPU plays for you this year, you know, having those opals or those 100 overalls on the floor will win you games. Just well.
And they're putting us at a crossroads. Either, I'd say in a couple more weeks, if they stay on this trajectory, it's either you buy packs or you don't play.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can't. Don't get me wrong, you could play, but when they start dropping more of these cards, it's gonna get worse and worse. I could go up against one Kareem. Like, what's the percentage of people that have Kareem and Shaq? Probably like 0.2% of the people in the world. But when these cards start coming out more frequently, then it's gonna be GG's.
I'll just quit out of that game and then hold my hour.
Yeah,
ban.
I can't even fucking quit. Like, I can't that's the crazy thing.
I'm like,
2K's
Shaq Kareem, yep, I'm out of here. Nope,
2K's
you're staying, buddy.
Yeah, 2K's like, you don't want to spend money? Yeah, hold this hour ban.
It's just, I mean, as much as it's a joke, it's just become toxic, isn't it? It is like the definition of toxic now, that experience. Like, I got Thel Bailey, like, 6 weeks ago, right? Who's a new one, MPJ?
Yeah.
There's no way. If I hadn't sent my MT on packs, I would still have Diamond and David Robinson as my starting center. Like, are you joking? Do you actually expect me to go into Unlimited? It's not an option. If you want to play Unlimited, you have to spend money now. That is a pay-to-play mode. It just is.
Or you
But
have
I
to
would
find a way
say-
to overall cheese.
I would
Yeah,
say
well,
even like up until these 100 overall players, even the opals, I wasn't terribly mad at.
I was.
I think I'm saying like in the sense of like, if I see Kareem, Diamond D-Rob is not seeing the floor. But I think up to that, D-Rob still plays.
If you had
He can.
Kareem and D-Rob not running your power forward.
No, I'm saying like the Diamond D-Rob. If I loaded up a game, if I loaded up a game with a Diamond D-Rob, I'd have pretty good confidence with him up against any player in the game besides Kareem and Shaq. And so they kept that. You could still use these like quote unquote budget cards up until this point.
Yeah.
And they did a pretty good job of that this year, where when diamonds were the meta, you could still use amethyst. When pink diamonds came out, you could still use amethyst and diamonds. And like I said, if they keep on this trajectory, that shit's out the window.
100%. Yeah, it's done. And they're going to. They're going. This is it now, isn't it? Like, is this it?
I think this one's the real test. This drop is because with the All-Star, obviously they sold a lot on the All-Stars. Because I think a lot of people were on the same, like, I'll just sell the farm on this one. And, because it's gonna be a one-off. That's what I thought. I was like, I'm just gonna sell all my shit and try to pull this Kareem because we're not gonna get another 100 overall card till probably like the end of next season.
Yeah, I said one a season whenever we did the last podcast, and we got one the first week. So I don't know what to expect from them. I really don't.
Surely it's gonna be this every week, right? Surely.
I hope not.
I hope not. I'm just thinking because they're gonna run out of big names, and I can't wait for that week to happen, and they don't sell a single fucking thing.
And
so
I think they started too big.
Yeah,
like
they really
Kareem isn't like the biggest 2K name. He's a very good card every year, but they should have started smaller.
He's top 10. He's top 10 every year.
Yeah, they should have started smaller.
And even with the opals being that, you had Bron, you had KD, just like this week. You have Shaq, but you also have Kobe right next to him that you can only get through packs.
It's different things that attract different. Like, we'll be more interested in Kareem, right? But a casual is gonna be more interested in Shaq. They ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know. So they would have made a lot of money both weeks. And we look at things through our lens quite a lot because I'm seeing this a lot. That they wouldn't have made that much money this week. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they probably did.
Shaq and Kobe win those packs.
I'm saying they're gonna run out of players with that name. Like, the names is what's pushing these packs, and unless they give them the 100 overall, you're not getting another LeBron anytime soon. You're not getting another Curry probably. You're not getting a Jordan, unless they make them the 100 overall. Like, the big names, they're big like pack pushers. They've used these last 2 weeks, so I feel like they're gonna. I don't know.
I think they'll come back around though, right? Because even though Kobe was in the set this week, 15 weeks from now, he could be the 100 overall in another set, right?
Yeah. But I just don't
be
think
the 100 overall. I mean, they're looking at 20. We've got 20 weeks of relevancy left, max. They need 20 cards, 40 if they drop 2 a week. That's definitely doable.
It's doable. I really hope they don't stick to this structure. This is bad, man.
You're trying to sneak it into existence.
I'm getting so mad right now because I'm like, look, I know the account that I'm using is no money spent and no player market, so my options are already limited.
We're all no player market now.
Yeah, but it's like the fact LeBron's my favorite player ever. LeBron is my favorite player ever, and the fact that I cannot get him without opening my wallet pisses me off to no end, unless I want to use his live series card. Or I guess I could use his amethyst, Did you guys see that in their graphic? In their graphic with
no,
the
that's
Shaq
what I was gonna say
duo?
too. No, that's like the biggest fucking slap in the face. Like, oh yeah, if you want to pay the $10 for the Pro Class, get this this duo, the Kobe and Shaq. That'll tide you over. Yeah, fuck you.
This is small compared to everything that happened, but last week, if you got your ring when they first announced it, you would have got Pink Diamond Doc Rivers, and then they changed it immediately to be a Season 3 Super Pack. Why do I want a Season 3 Super Pack on the last week of Season 4? That I don't understand. Why? What is that doing for me?
This is, of all the stuff that's going on right now, my biggest actual issue is, the pettiness. There's a pettiness that's just, daily.
Yeah.
Now. We just spoke about it, right?
That free deluxe pack is like, oh yeah, we hear you guys. That we want the opals and the level 100 overall players in the player market. We hear you. We get why you're upset. Here's a make right, a deluxe pack.
Yeah, Splash got Kobe.
It's an amethyst. But there's so much stuff that they've done that's just petty, right? Like you said, the Doc Rivers thing. Like, just leave it there. You don't need to change it. Would have changed anyone's life. But you just wanted to be that stingy. Like, and the
with a
James
company
Harden
this
thing,
big,
most stingy thing.
With a company this big, everything should be double, triple, quadruple checked. Like the Paul George thing, like the Moments thing, like the Super PAC graphic, like the Doc Rivers thing. These mistakes shouldn't be happening. So if they are, just let it be. Just do, like, you fucked up.
I mean, not even like, yes, they should be making mistakes like this, but also the things that they're correcting don't need to be corrected anyway. That should have been the plan to begin with.
Yeah, it's a coach.
The Doc
It's a
Rivers thing was
coach.
fine.
But guys, we can get Bad Bunny this week.
Give me Lil Wayne or I riot.
Do you know how
They-
that probably came about? Do you know how the Bad Bunny thing probably came about?
Probably Ronnie talking to him at All-Star Weekend. You want to be in the game?
Well, WWE's about to drop, right? And he's in that game, so 2K
Oh,
would have acquired
yeah.
his license and gone, hey, we'll just
we
chuck him in
we don't gotta pay for nobody. Cool.
Yeah, that's a freebie. Yeah. Brilliant.
Oh my!
All right, 2K.
By the
You
way-
think is right. Put Lil Wayne in the game. I'll call it even.
You call it
I
even.
want to make a request directly to 2K right now. If we're putting like wrestlers in the game, can we put the Undertaker in the game, please? He was a
That'd be
basketball
fire.
player. He was a basketball player.
and the Big
before he
Show.
did, okay?
Yeah, give
Yeah.
us somebody who's actually tall. We've never had a crossover card who could actually play.
I'll put the Big
I
Show
reckon
in my
take a good look
lineup,
at power forward.
and I'll add it to my soundboard. Every time he scores, it'll be like, well, it's the Big Show.
The Undertaker's bell. Start of every game.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, that would be the type of card I can get behind. If we're gonna do like not basketball players, like, let's do it.
Yeah,
Fuck, I'll put Rey Mysterio out there.
yeah. Paul Heyman as your coach. Like, there's so much.
A whole starting five, a whole clutch time lineup.
Yeah. I'll be done.
Right, so the Super PAC incident. So if they, for some reason, did add the cards into the player market, like with that drop, as opposed to when they first came out, do you think the uproar would have been worse because all the players that pulled so many packs trying to pull these cards, and they added them later, or do you think people would just have been happy that they were there?
I think it was maybe a mix of both. Like, people, I think not putting him in the player market made people even more mad. Like, everybody would have been mad because they would have been broke, but now they can at least, like, the cards are accessible now at least. And now it's like, I'm broke and I still can't, like, grind to get to these cards. Because they're no longer, are they, let me look, are they even in packs anymore? Like, no, you can't get LeBron now. Or Shea. Or, like, you legit can't get them. They don't exist unless you already have them.
I had like a moment of panic yesterday. I don't know why, because I was giving up the game anyway, but like literally about 45 minutes before the season dropped, I was like, I'm going to burn my 2 mil today. And I was like, I need to send some of this on All-Star packs because I don't want to send the whole thing on. So I was like 45 minutes leading up to the pack drop, opening like 2 or 3 boxes of the All-Star stuff to get LeBron. But yeah, then he was gone. He was gone. He's GG's on that card.
Yeah,
He will probably end up in
you
there.
lock in the pink diamonds.
Yeah, he'll end
Lock
up back
pink
in
diamonds,
there
get
at some
lucky.
point.
When do you think these cards will be added to the play market? Because they will be, but when?
Whenever
Next season.
season 5 Super Pack comes out at the end of the season.
Right.
But you think when they drop the super packs for season 5, they're gonna add LeBron and Giannis and Kareem in the player market?
Maybe they'll do the
We
play
have
market instead
upgraded
of the
versions.
super packs.
They're already gonna be in the, like, I don't know, man.
They're gonna like,
They're already gonna have an upgraded version of them.
They're
Besides
gonna like,
Kareem.
we dropped the 100 overall LeBron and Giannis, so now we can add the opals in the player
Yeah,
market.
yeah, it's probably. They might go player market instead of super packs, maybe. So that
Yeah.
last week, instead of putting super packs, they might just put every card in the player market.
and they would make a killing.
Yeah. I feel like I'm
These
just giving them an idea that I didn't want to give them, but there we are.
I'd take anything over the structure we've got right now.
Yeah.
I'd rather play in traffic.
Yeah. You know the funny thing? Everyone was like, "Oh, Inferno 2's coming in first week." Have you seen this?
I was on that train. Leave me alone.
Literally the exact opposite.
I was
Like,
on that train. I was the conductor. I was like, all right, guys. They saw us burn all of our MT. This is our make right week, man. We're gonna go through. Everybody's broke. We're gonna get this free set together. It's probably gonna suck, but it's a free set. Yeah, no, they're like, here goes.
I'm actually crying. I can't believe that they did it. Like, I cannot believe that they just did it.
The blueprint was in place. It's like season 4 was great until the end. You guys did things almost flawlessly, and then you fucked it up at the end. But the blueprint was there, and then it's just like, yeah, nah. These all-star packs worked out pretty good for us, so we're just gonna double down on that.
That 7% must have hit them like a truck. I'm not gonna lie.
Let's talk about that, because that's been completely misinterpreted, that 7% thing. Let's talk about that.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Yeah. So
inform me.
This isn't any inside knowledge. I own a business, and my business like kind of owns businesses, right? So I kind of understand the umbrella that Take-Two and
Jazz is involved in the pyramid scheme.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll hit you up after. You just got to buy 20 in advance, and then so. The 7% that everyone's saying that 2K lost, Take-Two lost and blamed it on 2K. That's actually what happened, right? So let's think about this. Let's say this quarter that 2K would have achieved 20% growth without 2K, right? The GTA microtransactions, Red Dead, whatever. They would have achieved 20% growth. That means 2K made a 27% loss for them, right? So you need to put this in perspective. For 2K to have impacted the kind of bottom line of their parent company by 7%, they will have lost a lot more than 7%.
That's why they're panicking.
Yeah. And I'm assuming they expected 2K to be up, right? So 2K would have been, because it was their key franchise over the last few months. WWE's coming out next month. I don't know when the golf game comes out, but I reckon 3 people buy that. But the
I think people will buy the golf game, but how much money can you make? Like nobody's gonna. Oh, what are you gonna buy a DLC course?
Can you buy like Tiger Woods Mistress? That would be a good DLC. But yeah, 2K should have been their linchpin, right, for Take-Two, because that's the game that's been out for 5 months that still has that kind of marketing behind it, whatever. And the game's £8 on Steam now, like they're giving it away. You know, we've got these predatory tactics in it now. I mean, it's just in the mud. I don't think. Obviously, there's stuff I know as well internally. I said in my video yesterday, they're not listening. The amount of things that I posted in the last 4 weeks that had just been completely aired, like, they don't want to know. They don't want to know how bad the gameplay is. They don't want to know how bad these packs are. I mean, they do know. The people that I'm speaking to know, right? And maybe I gave them a bit of a disservice in that video because I should have specified that the people I speak to actually are on our side. They're the ones that are trying to get things done. But I think they're so frustrated now that they're giving up. Like, there's no point talking to us because they can't go anywhere. Someone made this decision.
Is your direct contact Rich Paul? I said, is your direct contact Rich Paul?
I thought that was you.
We'll get in there. We'll get into Richard Paul in a few minutes.
This is the most entertaining thing that happened this week.
But I want to compare like what you're talking about with like they hear you but they don't want to listen to you. It reminds me of like back when I used to be a general manager at a restaurant.
Right.
Like I'd be like, hey, like we have these issues that the employees are pissed off. You know, like we hate it. Like, can we? It's like pretty simple fixes. Here's the blueprint. Here's how we could do it. I figured it out. I just need you to put it in place. Yeah, but you know, the district manager, he's on my ass, and he needs these numbers, and that's just not gonna work. I hear you, but yeah, no, I can't do it because like they're in a shitty position too. Because as much as you like to say like you're money hungry, like you said, they lost such a big amount of profit for the parent company that there's no choice but to make it up. There's no try. Let's try to make it up. No, there's no choice. It's do or lose your job. But like, let's just call it what it is.
This is the issue, right? And this is actually with all the stuff that we talk about. You know, I've done 80 podcasts, every issue that we've ever spoken about has basically been down to one thing, right? I actually think every interaction I've had with anyone at 2K, nearly everyone, at 2K has been someone who's basically on our side, right? They want the game to be better. I don't think it's just, lip service. I think the people that I have spoken to, for the most part, have been those people. The problem with 2K is at the highest level, it's the faceless people, right? Like I said, I run a business. It's successful. It's got a lot of employees. It's not, I'm more successful in business than anyone I've ever spoken to at 2K. But the people that are more successful than me, I can't speak to. But I want to ask them questions. Because the way that you run a business that has all these facets, right? Microtransactions, there's subscriptions now, there's the core base game. There's so many ways in which they can monetize everything they do. But their ability to come up with a consistent long-term plan and stick to it has just never existed, ever. We've never had like 2 or 3 consecutive seasons of like consistent content. It's always a change. It's always something drastic. One week it's this. And it's what made like my podcast back in the day, like what you guys are doing now, interesting, is because every week we showed up, we were playing a different game with an entirely new model, an entirely new financial model, new business model. But we've never ever seen, not just in 2K, not just in gaming, but in any business ever. I'll challenge both of you now to name a business that has ever done a 180 like 2K did last week. Ever.
I'm trying to think. There hasn't been one controversy out there. That means not say something that's going to be inappropriate for the podcast.
It's not even about controversial, right? It's just about that like chaotic business mind that's making these decisions. That person who sits there and goes, okay, so we've been drip feeding content. Everyone seems quite content. But we lost a bit of money. So listen, guys, let's just make everything gambling tomorrow and just burn it down. The community is going to tell us to fuck off, but I'm okay with that. Like the person that's making these decisions is failing at his job or her job to build long-term content that's financially sustainable. And we're paying the price for it. That's what's happening.
Because eventually, like you guys mentioned last year on the Our Team podcast, the player base is a lot bigger than the community. But in a long-term sense, these people that aren't on Twitter, aren't on YouTube, aren't on Twitch, yeah, they're going to keep playing the game. But like, it's hard to advertise a game, like say you're like for investors and stuff, if they just look on Twitter and see it just getting shit on all over Twitter, eventually it's gonna be like, yeah, you're making money, but like nobody fucking likes this game.
Yeah.
Like, why would I give you money? Like nobody likes this shit.
Not to mention what the NBA think of it all.
Have they said anything?
I'm sure they've got some thoughts about this stuff.
I don't know. They're pro gambling too, so maybe they're like,
yeah, true.
maybe Adam Silver and Ronnie had a conversation. They're like, hey,
they can't be ecstatic about the fact that their game is shit on 24/7 on social media. I mean, it's a PR disaster.
Yeah. Because eventually it's like, even though it's like, I don't know how much money the NBA makes off of 2K, but it's just like, it's the only game associated with the NBA. It'd be different if like we had like NBA Live and another NBA game where it's like, oh, people shit on 2K, but there's options. It's like, well, the only game people could play, they hate. So
people are really excited. They're buying out, or they're not buying out, but they're gonna make their own like FIFA. And if people think that's gonna be good, they're sadly mistaken.
You know what I love about that?
You're sadly mistaken. Just wait.
Probably the most corrupt sporting organization in the world is FIFA. Like, what is this?
Hey, 2K is gonna give them a run for their money. They'll be like, oh yeah, this is how you do it.
I'm surprised
they might start off with a bang. First week, level 100 Messi.
And then every week for the next 5 years, it gets $10 more expensive.
There's enough players to do it. A 0.3% chance of pulling Messi.
Is that actually happening, the FIFA? Or is it just...
I don't know if it's rumors or if it's actually happening, but I heard that it was happening.
People are doing videos on it like it's a done deal.
If it happens, I mean, I played MLB The Show. Gaming Dad plays Madden. All the communities have their complaints about their game. And I see this all the time. People are like, if you think this is bad, try to play 2K. I've seen things on
Yeah.
Twitter lately where it's people that come from Madden to 2K. They're like, oh yeah, this shit's not it. And they go straight back to Madden. And whenever I'd hear complaints, whenever I was like active in the MLB The Show community, I was like, they're like, every good card's in packs. I was like, oh buddy, you have no idea.
Yeah, and like I used to hate,
idea.
I used to hate being this guy when I play MLB The Show, and people would complain. I hated being the you should see this guy. You know, I hated that. But it was true. Like it was so true. Like you guys have minimal complaints because I normally hate being the don't complain because other people have it harder. I normally hate being that guy. Like, oh, don't say you're hungry. You ate three hours ago. There's kids that haven't eaten in a week. You know, but people in MLB complain. I'm just like, dude, like, if you've only seen what I've been through, like,
you know how you said like the grass is greener thing. There's one exception with that. There's a lot of people I know that play 2K and FIFA. Like a lot, hundreds. Every single one of them will say FIFA 2K or EAFC. Every single one. So when you people who play both,
they hate
the grass
themselves
is not greener.
at this point.
Yeah.
They're like, why do I do this to myself? That's how
Everyone I know that plays has played EAFC and 2K this year is just playing EAFC.
And that's how I feel about with MLB. I feel like people that complain about MLB are people that only play MLB. It's not people that because people that play both, like last year when MLB came out, there was nothing but 2K creators talking about how great MLB The Show is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw a lot of it internally as well. There was I've never played the game, but a lot of people were talking about how good MLB were, doing. Someone explain it to me. Like, what is it that makes MLB so good?
It's a smaller studio, so it's way less money based. Their currency is called stubs. You make stubs like nothing. The packs are only 1,500 stubs, which is like dirt cheap.
How much game time is that to raise 1.5?
It's been a while, but can't be more than
a game.
What, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
So 30 minutes will get you a pack.
Yeah, but even on top of that, they drop grindable content every other day. It seems like.
Yeah, they have
grindable content.
They have what's called like programs and stuff, which is basically like your spotlight sims. Like you're grinding for players, and usually the players are pretty good. Like
so like if pack cards are like right here, the grindable cards are right here.
Right.
There's not.
It's like
Yeah, there's not a huge gap.
Right now. Yeah.
And there's always like one big card that's like super expensive, but besides that one card, it's a pretty even playing field. And then it's just you could everything's grindable. Like there's never an urge to spend money on the game.
Unless
I also find it weird. Like, how good can a card be in that game? It's one guy throws the ball and the other guy hits it with a stick, right? That's basically the whole game.
Okay. So let me put it like this.
How good can it be?
So the way they kind of like did it was the better the hitter's stats are,
right,
the bigger his bat is. Not literally, but like you control like a little bat where you have to put it on the ball.
Yeah.
And the better the pitcher's stats are, it makes that bat better. So that's kind of like how they make it like a skill thing.
And they have a max of 99 overall, but their stats can go up to 125.
So if you had like a 99-year-old pitcher, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And 99-year-old, what's the guy with the bat called?
Just batter.
Hitter.
Right, cool. So he would have like a tiny dot as his like green window.
Pretty much.
Yeah, like green window.
The
there you
batter
go.
would have like a massive green window.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So if the batter's 99 and the pitcher's like 75, the advantage goes to the batter. And
so at the start of the year, can anyone hit a ball?
Well, last year it came out the gates.
Yeah, they had 99s the first.
Oh, okay.
The first day last year.
Right.
A lot of people didn't like that.
One has to be different, I guess.
What they did was they did sets. So basically, set 1 is basically season 1, and you can't use set 1 cards once you get to season 3.
Okay, so that's how they like recycled the cards. So we'll give you like a 99 card for this guy in set 1, but he's only usable in season 1 and season 2.
Oh.
Season 3, you can't use him no more.
Yeah, so it'd be like if day 1 they gave us a 99 LeBron, he's good for season 1, season 2. Each team gets a wild card, so you can use one card from season 1 and season 3.
This sounds amazing. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
Content
The
wise,
sport
like,
is still terrible, but the concept is.
Well, I
Content-wise,
agree. It's
it's
an
a big
acquired
W.
taste. It's an acquired
and for
sit here
me,
with a
I was
baseball
kind of
cap.
torn because I'm terrible at the game. Like I have really bad hand-eye coordination. Like look at these glasses. I don't know if you guys can see how thick
Your
that
whole
is.
face changed when you took those off.
But,
It's like Clark Kent.
my glasses are thick as hell, and I still don't have 20/20 vision. So I'm terrible at the game.
Right.
But like the content makes it like
Yeah.
fun still.
One thing that I do want to address, it's 2K related, but it has to do with MLB. How can we still not have a good draft mode? Every game has figured out a draft but 2K. Like,
Well, I
Madden-
made it relevant as well to the game.
Madden kind of
Yeah.
shit the bed with it. It used to be really good, where like you get good rewards and stuff. But now it's pretty much just a try cards,
Yeah.
which I think. But
I
you
think
still
that's
gotta
still
pay
good.
for it too. You still gotta pay for it like 2K. Madden used to do it like a battle royale on MLB, where it's like you get really good rewards. They kind of shit the bed with that too. I don't know what's the reason for going away from that.
But I'll explain this to Jazz real quick. So Battle Royale on there is their draft. It's a 1,500 stub buy-in. Well,
Okay.
even if you don't win a single game, you get a bet or 2 losses, 3 losses, I can't remember. Even if you don't get a single win, you're guaranteed to get a pack as a reward. So it's already paying for itself. So people,
Okay.
they don't like their draft, they'll forfeit it, get their pack and redraft. It's a way to try out cards, and like it goes up to 12 wins. If you get 3 wins, you get like, we'll say, I think it's bronze card. 6 wins, silver, all the way up. And if you go flawless, you get a flawless exclusive card. So that's what like the comp players are going for, because those cards sell for the most if you want to sell them or if you want to keep them. Well, last year they weren't always great, but in the past they were some of the best cards in the game.
Yeah.
If they could implement a system like that into 2K, that would help it so much. Maybe not a full like 4-quarter game, but if they could take like the mold of a salary
Plus
cap,
try.
I'd be even fine with salary cap. Like you play a quarter and then an elim ending, something like that.
Yeah. But they used the lineup kind of format, didn't they? It kind of became limited last year, didn't they? Before they scrapped it, because it was like 1 big diamond, 1 diamond, etc.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make them any money. They don't give a shit. They're never gonna do it. Quick match ain't even in the game, bro. We're talking about draft mode. If there isn't a mode where you need to buy a player, acquire a player, and earn something, it's just never gonna be in the game.
Yeah, it's
It's a different ethos, man, with these guys. It really is. Like EAFC, I haven't played it. Like I've started playing it this year. I haven't actually looked at the draft. But last year, the draft was like tied into like XP and things like that, and you could get like grindable cards that were in the agendas by winning 4 draft games in a row or whatever. So, what FIFA were always really good at is tying the draft into the mode. It wasn't like just a kind of add-on where you just draft a team. So it would help you progress through the game and get to level 40, level 40 as well. So yeah, if you're gonna do it, it needs to be kind of inclusive. But who is that person? When we're talking about a company that's just dropped gambling only content, who is that person in that team that's going to sit there and go, "Hey guys, should we just give them a bunch of free cards to use that are like really OP?"
Well, because let's
That
be
person
real.
don't exist.
Let's be real. Even in a case
Fair
like
enough.
this, say that was a game mode, even if there was like no rewards, right? But it was free, and then they would still not do that because someone like me, I'll be like, oh, let me go see if I can try out this Kareem. I'm not gonna be able to get him, but let me go see if I can like get a draft where I can draft Kareem and try him out. And then they're no, we're not gonna give you no free way to try these cards. Either you buy them, or you're not gonna get to use them.
I have something unfortunate to admit. All right, I have something unfortunate to admit. I am so
Put it
down
in the
bad
press
to
box.
try to pull Kareem. I've been on 2KDB ripping packs, and that motherfucker still doesn't exist. I don't even got a spin for him, and I can't get him, man. He doesn't exist.
All right, should we get into what everybody came here for today?
I would definitely skip past that as well. Yeah, agreed. What you got? Well, we'll move on from that as quickly as possible. Man, you didn't even acknowledge what you said.
I know. What the fuck? Damn. Fuck you, man. I'm
just
over
like,
here
you can't-
expressing
just-
that I
I'm
need
like
help,
these-
and you're over here just. Let's move on.
I'm like,
That was
I'm like
the
these,
most depressing
like
thing
these
I've
two-
ever heard.
This
I'm
is
like
an
these 2K
outcry. What are you doing,
I'm
man?
like these 2K higher ups. Like, I hear you, but like, come on, let's keep the ball rolling.
This is a cry for help, and you
Alright.
guys just don't care, man.
Oh,
All right,
man.
all right, fine. Move on, man. I'm done with it. I don't care.
All right,
If you need me, I'm here for you, Josh.
Someone give me the hotline, all right?
So Richard Paul, I think that's what everybody wanted to hear about.
yeah, that's the big news this week.
I think what you were gonna say earlier, Jazz, was it's sad that like this is the best thing that happened to the community in the past 2 weeks,
It's the only fun thing that.
and
I'm glad I can
it's
bring
just
you guys
like
that kind of joy.
Yeah, it's definitely Josh. 100%.
it is crazy because like it's like the hero we didn't know we needed.
Hero.
Like at first, everybody hated him at first, but it's like, oh, this is fun. Like we're like, you know, like in the time of need, Richard Paul was there.
He was there for us. Yeah, I appreciate him. Josh was down bad opening packs on 2KDB, and then Richard Paul.
Richard Paul showed
Josh
up. Showed me the light.
Travel.
Hey man, I was just trying
Richard
to grind
Paul showed
my
up
VC
like-
so I could.
Yeah,
get
Richard Paul
screwed,
showed up
man.
like, why are you pulling packs on 2KDB? You're from DC.
He's like, grind up your VC, dog, and I was like, you're right.
Oh,
So did you see Cabrillo's tweet
the one
where
said
he
it was
like
him.
no, he didn't say it was him, but it was
Oh, he
something
did
where
say
he
it
was like,
him.
Yeah, you said it
oh,
was him.
the one I'm talking about was like it alluded to the fact that he was him. Like he like clicked on like his settings or
Profile
something,
thing, and you just see the little.
and it showed like the second profile pic. I was like, that's commitment right there. Like to make a second account.
I thought about making.
I'm gonna say it was Cabrillo. That's my guess. That's my guess on who it is.
I could see it honestly. Like
Do
I
you
could
think
see
we'll
it 'cause
know
he's-
ever who it really is?
Imagine he's just a real dude, and we're like, this is just fake.
He's like, fuck, I hate it here. Like, what? Like, I just
Dude,
came out here
what
to
was-
express my opinions, and I'm just getting shit on every day.
He was such a bot that just no one believed he was a real person from the outset. Yeah, I think it's Cabrillo.
I think if it's anybody besides Cabrillo, then we'll find out who it is. Cabrillo will literally just do it just for the lulz.
He'll take it to the
But
grave.
but if anybody else was behind it, they're gonna eventually tell us who it is, because when they started it, they probably started it to try and get clout from it.
Yeah, so I have two theories with it. And this is about as deep as I've thought on this, by the way. One, it's Cabrillo. Two, it's an engagement baiter. Probably someone who's mentioned in that initial post, right? That's basically created that profile to draw attention to their engagement. I think that's actually the more likely scenario, that if it is a burner.
And who was mentioned in the first one?
I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head. But I think it's going to be someone who just created that profile to feed their other
Profile, yeah.
engagement. You know what I mean?
I could definitely
was
see.
DBG,
I don't
man.
know much about.
DBG went
I
back
know
and forth.
DBG accused the guy Ja Bridgeport. I don't know much about him, but looking at his account, he kind of does seem like the type of guy that like look for clout like that. So I can see it
I
being
muted
him.
him in August. I don't know a thing about him. Yeah, like the heavy engagement baiters just get muted. I can't deal with that.
So I don't know who it is. I hope we find out. That'd be fun.
Yeah, man. He's put out a depressing tweet the other day, like talking about how the community or the game he put all his blood, sweat, and tears into. Everything the people are saying is right, and I was like, "Oh man, I'm about to retweet this."
99% of you might be right.
I was like, "I'm about to
Go
retweet
through it.
this." He's going through it right now.
I'm gonna be the first one to advocate for Richard Paul being a real person. There you go. I'm that guy. I got you.
I'm
Rich.
not gonna lie, that'd be pretty fire if it ended up being a real person.
Like
he just like he
tweeted at him, man.
He
I
came out
told
with
him
a
to be
face
safe.
reveal, like he drops, he goes live on Twitter, like, okay guys, y'all didn't believe me. This is me,
It's
Richard
just gonna be the
Paul.
silhouette with the voice change.
Just sitting backwards in a seat like a villain. Yeah.
So I got a question, Jazz.
Yeah.
We could cut this out if you want.
Let's
Just
find
let me
out.
know. How did that beef start? I'm not gonna call it beef because you squashed it pretty quick by blocking the guy. about you like making money on Twitter. Because by the time I got to it, I don't know if it's because you blocked him, but I felt like half the conversation was gone. He said like something about like, oh, you can't, Jazz doesn't matter. He's making money off Twitter. He's doing this for engagements or whatever.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so I was trolling, right, on Twitter. Like, I posted, because there was people that were literal just engagement baiters that included in Richard Paul's tweet about people who make money. No one makes money from Twitter, bro. Like, no one. You seen how many engagements I get, right? Like, 5 mil is like a bad month. I get like $20, $25 for that in a month. There's no money in it. So I was just kind of laughing at the fact that he included these people who are like maybe getting a free latte out of this, like as people making money from the game. And then someone went at me. I can't remember what they said, but yeah, they got blocked. No sense of when you get blocked.
Because I ended up blocking him too, just because like I followed the guy. I didn't even realize I followed the guy.
Oh,
then,
you're blocked
I was
next,
like,
buddy. Pack him up.
I was looking through his account, and I was like, this is kind of like toxic as hell. So first I unfollowed him. I was like, then I'll be doing him injustice.
I don't even know who it was.
I don't remember. It was Doctor something.
Bro,
it was Coach something. But
oh, the Mitch dude.
Yeah.
I know who he is for one specific reason. Let me break this down. So he actually posted. What he posted was at them or something. At who you're talking about. I need to at them. It's pretty obvious who I'm talking about, right? I think Lethal was mentioned. He's literally just an engagement mate. He's not making any money anywhere else. So it is what it is. It's not a shot at them. It's the truth. That's what it is. But he just went out of his way to be toxic, right? He was like, at them, like stir up some shit. So I blocked him without even thinking. This dude, when I say he went on a farewell tour, like my God. I searched my team. I literally just searched my team like on Twitter because it was trending. So I clicked where it said my team. And there was like 6 posts that he put up back to back, like just going at me because I blocked him. The guy was like rage tweeting every 3 minutes. And then it gets even... Is he good? Then it gets even worse.
Yeah, I'm good. Y'all carry it for a second.
Just stacked it. I see like a YouTube comment pop up. So he's gone to one of my videos from like 5 months ago and posted, why did you block me on Twitter for asking a simple question? So the guy's like stalking me at this point.
He's fully committed.
Bro, so I don't know who he is. I don't care who you are. Go fuck yourself. I'm not interested. I just hit block because you're a doofus. Like that's what happened. I gave it 1 second thought, but like you're in stalking territory now. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. You're a super fan at this point. You know what I mean? Tweeting about me like that level.
Hey, you got fans. I'm happy for you.
Can I get some better fans?
No. No. This is what you get. You get what you get and you don't complain.
My bad. I'm making my daughter a snack real quick. Y'all carry.
Yeah, we got you.
No worries. You just beat the shit out of your camera earlier. That's all.
Yeah, he just drop kicked something. I'm not suggesting anything.
He woke up early to watch WWE also.
Yeah. He's got a ladder match going on in his living room.
No big deal. You're just gonna see him flying through a table in a minute.
Yeah.
I still can't believe where we're at with this content. I can't believe it. The fact that the only like positive engagement with the game is just random trolls on Twitter making murders.
Yeah, it's where we are. I mean, I said it in my video yesterday, right? Like, whenever I knew I was going to get off the game if it happened again, right? I literally tweeted it out the day before. And I said, if this D-Rob's not in there, I knew I was getting off the game yesterday. I knew that was going to happen. But every time I've got off the game, I knew I'll come back. I've always known, like, you know, I need a break for a couple of months. They'll get better, whatever. This is so off-putting that it's the first time I don't know if I'll play the game again. Like, I'll probably still play my team, but like, maybe just grind for Harden or something if I'm bored, domination, whatever. But I'm not going to play or be invested or engage or create content or tweet back. Like, I'm not into the mode anymore. I'm like, it killed. This week was like the final straw for me. I really felt something. Like, I felt different about what happened this week to anything that's ever happened before.
Yeah.
And part of it is like, again, this isn't stuff I said in the video, but I can say it here. Like, part of this is like actual professional risk for me because like I work in like I said, I work in charity. I own a business, right? And my clients are charities.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm like, you know, working in that sector while promoting gambling to children in like another life, that stuff can cross over and do like serious damage to my business. Which, in terms of priorities, my business is like here, and 2K is like not ready.
2K is not top priority.
For some it is.
But you're a next maker, man.
This guy's not committed. This guy's not committed.
No. When I say I'm not committed, let's talk about that as well. I'm done on that side as well, by the way. Good luck, guys. I wish you all the best of luck in trying to get feedback through. It ain't coming through me.
Hey,
that's done.
Sign me up.
Don't worry. I'll do the engagement surveys. Don't worry. They'll get my feedback.
Yeah. Quick question: Who would you go if you wanted to just let 2K know that unlimited is dog shit, right? Like, I would be that guy that would usually tell them. Who's that person now?
If I had to pick one person that could properly express how bad unlimited is,
Splash.
Splash.
Not in touch with 2K. I'm talking about people who are like, who's the actual person you're going to go to right now?
Who they're going to go to? I don't know.
JC jumped in my comments, my DMs like 4 or 5 weeks ago saying like, are you talking to them about unlimited? Like,
I don't know who all the.
Oh, I thought you meant like if we had to pick one person to go into a boardroom, but you meant like who's like right now.
Could you imagine being in that meeting with Splash?
I would.
Splash! I would love to be a fly on the wall for that. I would.
They would just be sitting there stunned, bro. They're like, what did he call me?
They'd be like, what the heck?
They'll be like, what the fuck is a crab dribble? What are you talking about?
He was just walking to the room and going like, sit down, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, that's how he talks.
I keep telling myself, I keep hyping myself up, I'm going to try out Unlimited. I haven't played it in months. And then I see Splash tweet out that Unlimited is hell. And then he shows his record. It's like 64-3, but he's talking about how he's like actually having to lock in. I was like, is Splash has to lock in? Count me out.
I played last night on stream actually. For the first time, I played a competitive game besides against you. Like an actual, like I played like Clutch Time, Triple Threat, but like actual unlimited full 4-quarter game. It was hell. Like his shit was like
it's awful, man. It's awful.
I won one, lost one, but the one I lost, it was just like it was off ball. I would call for a screen on his guy. He switched to the power forward. He was just like avoiding playing any kind of defense. He was switched to the small forward. I passed to the T-Mac. He switched back to the center. Like, motherfucker, can you guard me? Shit.
It's awful. The gameplay is awful. I don't know what happened because, like, I went to the playtest, right? And, like, when I left the playtest, when I left Community Day, we had a good game. There were some, like, serious players involved in, like, the playtesting of that game, right? Like, at the playtest I was at, Fanta was there, right? He's in the 2K League now. To me, he's the best 2K player. Like, he's the best player on the game, period. Like, overall, he's the best. But he's in that room, and this guy understands like gaming at a molecular level. Like he's young, but he's like his future is like gaming, right? He's gonna be a developer somewhere, and it's what makes him good at the game because he understands things at a level I can't understand. Like when he spoke, we all shut up. Like he knew what he was talking about, and we built a good game. Like day one when the game dropped, the game was good. It was really good. The CPU was easy to break down. You were forced to play multiple defense. Like you couldn't leave Corva, right? Corva was going to green, a 70% on the CPU. You had to play defense. And 3 weeks later, I don't know, like we got the kind of Sim Nation patch. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but yeah, they just torched the gameplay for the entire year in one.
And I think there has to be an in between because all the rec players were saying how bad it is to play with the CPU because they don't do anything, they don't play any defense. And then so they tried to make it harder, but now it's too hard. Now the CPU doesn't miss shots ever.
And that's the problem. Yeah. It's
completely locked down. They went that's a 2K thing. They go from one extreme to the other. They never find the right in between.
The 180 mentality, man, is what they've been doing for years. I mean, like, what's more important? The AI in rec or the entire 5v5 gameplay experience? Which would you say is more important?
I
Depends
said
who you
whichever
ask.
one's making them more money. Whichever
Like,
one's making them more money. So I don't have those
True.
numbers.
true.
So-
That's the answer. Yeah. I mean, it should be 5v5, but no, it's not. Is
And
it?
if I had to guess, based on the way the results we got, I'm assuming they make more money in Rec and Park. So
Apart from last week, they were cooking last week in my team. Yeah, I mean, Park is always going to be the reason. Like, if our gameplay is good, it's lucky. It's just because it happens to be like that's the Park gameplay they created, and it just happens to work well on my team. We're never going to get gameplay built for my team.
I don't like.
But I don't-
This is a little out there, but like Call of Duty has Call of Duty, and then they have Warzone. Why don't they make like 2K, like My Career, My Team, two separate apps, and like they already have their own, I think, dev teams, correct? Maybe not gameplay wise.
So gameplay, visual
content-wise.
concepts make everything, but yeah, the my team like content team is like different. Yeah.
If they could somehow like separate themselves for the gameplay wise, because what works in my team isn't gonna work in like the Rec. My team, the cards are gonna be way more juiced. I played Rec for the first time the other day, and I was like, "Holy shit, my guy's a snail!" Like I
I
just
think it goes
wasn't
back-
moving.
it goes back to the common theme of this podcast. They wouldn't make any money. They wouldn't make any more money doing that.
Well, they could actually. So this is something I've been thinking about, right? Like they've just dropped My Team app, right? They haven't dropped
Yeah.
a 2K app. They've dropped a My Team app, right? Which
It's insane.
is really interesting because that could be the foundation because it is a standalone app. It is a standalone game already on mobile, right? Like,
Yeah.
It is. So maybe it is going that way. But the problem that 2K have is they have a development issue that other people don't. And while I explain this, you guys will be asking yourself why, and I don't have the answer either. But if you look at EAFC, if you look at anything EA do actually, like there's two EA games that I play. I play EAFC and I play F1, both made by EA. And both of them have the same structure with development where they have alternate years, right? So the development team that worked on this game is now working on the game 2 years from now.
Yeah,
And there's another development team
because
working on it.
Madden does that too.
Yeah, exactly. Anything EA based. And it's interesting because you can, with F1, you can literally see it, right? Because they have a story mode called Breaking Point, which only comes out every other year because it's that development team that makes it, right? So it came out this year, it came out in 21, it came out in 19, 17, so it skipped every year. 2K don't have that. They have one development team who release a game and then really need to start focusing on next year's game because it takes
Yeah, one like
a
the
year
week
to
after
develop.
releases, they're not messing with it no more.
Yeah. So usually by the end of sort of October is what it is. Whereas, every other gaming company has a dedicated dev team that's still working on that game up until the end of the cycle before they switch to the following year, right?
Big
So they
enough
can't.
to
I don't think
have
they can kind of have like two games.
They're big enough to have both, though. That's the thing. Like
Yeah,
they're
that's
such a
the
big
question.
company. This isn't
Why
like
don't they have it?
it's not like San Diego Studios with MLB. Like you're not a small, like locally based company. Like this is a global, like top company.
I've been to the HQ. It's a madness. Like there is money. There is
Yeah.
money at that company.
And they try and cover it up by like making it like a separate studio. Like they're not the same people that make Red Dead and Grand Theft Auto. Like, nah, y'all the same people. Well, not
Like,
that make
it's
the
same
game,
parent
but
company,
the same company. Yeah,
Yeah.
y'all not broke.
No.
I mean, but this is the question. If 2K's costing Take-Two money, are Take-Two good at investing in 2K? Probably not, right? So that's an issue for them probably right now. Like from a business standpoint, that's probably a major issue for them. GTA is on the horizon, right? Where Take-Two are going to make billions upon billions. They're the highest grossing game of all time, GTA 5, right? GTA 6 is on its way. Like,
Yeah.
could 2K get to a point where it's irrelevant within that umbrella? I don't know, maybe.
'Cause I
They
feel like
need to start making some money.
GTA 5 and now, because GTA 5 dropped in what, like
13.
2013?
Yeah.
So between then, the My Team mode came out, and now it probably had a steady rise and then a steady fall between that span.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the whole franchise is might
Yeah,
come
the
and
whole
grow between those
franchise.
two games. Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
probably look at it like, when GTA is almost out, they're gonna look at it like GTA is gonna consistently make us money for this long. 2K is on the decline. Why should we even invest any money on this? They're gonna look Ronnie 2K in the eyes. Hey, those doesn't have shit to do with you, but tell me, Ronnie, why should we invest? Why should we invest in this game?
Someone said to me yesterday that the 2K social media guy is just an intern that was hired by Ronnie. What's your thoughts?
I mean,
maybe he's the one who made the graphic.
The mistake, yeah. he dropped the Photoshop graphic. He's like, they're gonna love this one. Abort, take it down.
You know, even though it's 95% negative, they're very good at like getting all eyes on them. I'll give them that. They're operating under the all publicity is good publicity. I think. I truly think that because
I really hope that's not the case.
I no, like honestly, think about it. Every single Friday, my team is trending in gaming.
Yeah, true.
Never for good reasons, but they're trending every single week. So that's got to mean something to somebody over there.
The thing is, the true metrics that companies will measure, right? Like when it comes to marketing, they are.
And if they're trying to appeal to people that, you know, maybe didn't play 2K, they played 2K before and skipped this year, if that's their goal, I got a very small sample size of like 3 people, but it's not working. Very, very small sample size. But like, they're like, oh, I see 2K's trending, and then they click on it. Oh yeah, no, I'm not buying this shit again.
If you want to see the actual relevance of 2K, there's only one real way to do it, right? Which is the core thing that every business will use to kind of see where they sit in terms of trends and popularity, which is Google Trends, right? Go into Google, type in the search term My Team, right? Bear in mind, there's another mode called My Team as well. The F1 online mode is called My Team, so that'll be kind of wrapped up in that a little bit, like pushing the numbers up over the last sort of few years. But either way, if you just want to search in like 2K and My Team, you will see that right now they're trending at about 3%, something like that, of what they were in 2K20. So them trending on Friday on Twitter, they're trending on your profile because it's your interests. They're not trending on Twitter, first of all. They're trending for you on Twitter.
Shut up.
Do you think John Cena's logging into Twitter and he's like, holy shit, my team are trending? No, it's only you can see that.
No, I saw John Cena.
Yeah, my mom logged into Twitter. It was like, what's this my team?
Yeah, she signed up. She comes home, she's like, I just pulled LeBron.
We're fighting. Me and Mom are fighting. If she pulled Bron.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, John Cena got an OnlyFans now. Should we talk about that?
Yeah, him and Randy Orton
I'd
are actually
rather
going to a collab. I heard.
Yeah, he's done his back in, Randy. It might be a bit rough. You won't be able to see Cena, so it'll just be Orton wriding around in paint, would it? That'll be the whole.
Didn't someone? I don't know. I briefly saw about it. Wasn't it like obnoxiously expensive?
I don't know. I didn't click the link, buddy.
No, the only tweet I saw was somebody saying like just drop $2,000 on John Cena's OnlyFans.
Well, that's probably
how much did you pay?
How much did I pay?
Which subscription did you
I got the 7-day free trial.
Brilliant.
All right, so let's talk about the last little bit of content that we might not completely shit on. The season 5 player rewards.
No, we're gonna.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like this is the best set of player rewards we've gotten, which isn't saying much because the other seasons have been shit. But Harden, Michael Porter Jr. is not terrible. Oh, the paid for one, obviously, with a very quick release.
Is that a reward? Is it?
Yeah,
it does say rewards on the card. It does.
It does say reward on the card. And don't forget to get your instant Zion, your automatic Zion. Don't forget that one.
For just $80, you can get this reward straight away. Brilliant.
I feel so rewarded right now.
Well, no games played. $80, you get the reward. Brilliant.
Automatically.
They keep saying automatic. I really
2K did their research. They looked up like, what's the word I could use that sounds like free but isn't free?
It's like word of the day.
Funny? You were like, oh, we're gonna move on to the more positive. Nothing has pissed me off more than this one. Like, Harden is my favorite card. That was That was like the final straw. I was like, Harden is my favorite card in the game, and you're telling me I have to pay for the one with the jump shot that I want. Fuck off. I was done. At that point, I was like, nah, People say this ain't a big deal. Is this a big deal?
Yes.
But so to someone like me, once again, I'm probably barely gonna be able to handle the quick jump shot.
Okay.
So
Fair.
that doesn't matter to me. But to someone that's competent at the game, it's probably a pretty big deal.
I think it's a big deal
I
because
hate
they've said that it's not a competitive advantage. It's just a different card art, and it can hold any badge in the game. They said that earlier in the year.
But when I made an uproar about Carmelo last season, people called me crazy because they said there would be no competitive advantage to buying the season pass. Giannis, when Giannis came out, he was a tier or two below the best players in the game. He was Ruby, even though he was great, he was below Amethyst and Diamond. Next season, we got Amethyst D Mitch. He was a tier below the Diamonds. I forget who the season 3 won. Who was season 3? Do we know?
Allen Iverson, wasn't it?
Allen Iverson was a Diamond. We had
Was it
Pink
Donovan
Diamonds.
Mitchell in the mix?
I think he was season
Yeah,
2.
D Mitch was season 2. He was the
he?
Amethyst. So when Carmelo came out, he was amongst the best players in the game, as far as like he was tier wise, and you had to pay for him. And I was the only one that I cared about that. I was like, this season pass is going towards you. Kind of have to pay for it now. And now look, they're hiding SIGs behind it.
Yeah,
I've paid for Pro Pass every season apart from this season out of principle, and this is the only card I want.
I'm just waiting for Kerr to find me a locker code.
Yeah, right. I got his noties on. Like, come on, baby.
Bring one home for the people.
But yeah, I even called it from day one when they released the season pass thing. I was like, no way we make it to the end of the year before this becomes like you have to get it. And they try to hide it with like it's just $10.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck. I really
They
don't.
sold last season, didn't they? I reckon that would have been a big part of the drop off. Like last season just wasn't worth it.
Mhm.
Melo was good for sure. Who was the level 40 last season? I can't even remember.
Magic.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon most people that pay for the Pro Pass pay for the better level 40. I reckon rather than.
But Magic wasn't worth it. But I feel like the rewards were better
For
than
the
previous seasons.
for the
Yeah, they were.
basic player, I'd say yes, but for the diehards, no, because the only thing that made it worth it was like you get the option, the diamond option packs and stuff for the best players or people with the best teams in the game. They probably already had those cards. The only thing it was worth was a little bit of MT. But like for your basic, like, you know, average Joe, yeah, I'd say it was probably worth it. But they're not doing anything to appeal to the people that really play the hell out of this game, I feel like.
Yeah, but I'd
Besides
say
James Harden now.
I was an hour player a day around when Kobe came out. I played an hour or two a day pretty consistently. I didn't have D-Rob because this was before we did no money spin account. I didn't have D-Rob. I didn't have AD. Pretty much those two cards are the cards I wanted. I didn't have Ron Artest. So even if I was still running that account, those cards would have still been worth getting, in my opinion.
Yeah, but we're doing like a very specific series. That's why you didn't have those cards.
No, but I'm saying like the Kobe set was before we started,
Okay,
and I didn't have those cards.
fair enough. Fair enough.
So, yeah, obviously the people that get every card on release, yeah, it wasn't worth it for them. But what's $10 to them, anyways?
Yeah.
Because they're
They're spending
it's just
20
like,
as well.
It's an automatic payment at the beginning of the season. They don't even they have it set up.
Yeah, the spenders will just get the whole pass without even thinking.
They'll probably buy level 40 day one.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah, exactly.
get the whole pass, pay for the rest.
Yeah,
of it.
fuck a $20 pass. Here, just take this $80.
Just get out of the way early. Forget it ever happened.
And I guess I've never had money like that apparently, because I just can't fathom. Like I know like the one-offs that get the Wembanyamas when they come out, get the Kobe when they come out, get the LeBron when they come out. I get seeing that like on Twitter because it's like, you know, such a small sample size on Twitter. Seeing it, it's like, okay, they got the money for it. But as often as I run into the best cards in the game, I'm just like, dog, like, how do y'all just got it like that?
They don't got kids.
Like, I couldn't.
They don't is the answer. They're spending money they don't have. Like, anyone who kind of flexes, like, you know, like 700,000 VC pack pulls, like, It's not the flex you think it is. When I see that, I think you're a dumbass. Like that's where we are. Like it's just not the flex you think it is. I could do it daily. I don't.
And especially if you're not making content out of it and making money off of it.
Yeah, I understand.
I can tell you right now,
point.
even if I did like a 700K VC pack opening, I'm not getting that many views off of it on my channel.
Yeah.
So if you're not like a DBG, a Decentric, HTB, there's no reason to be spending that much money on packs.
Exclusive people, pretty much. Like we're talking about. Like, there's a difference between what Henry did and what Troy did, right? Because Henry, he set a limit, right? So he got 700 VC, which I guess is what, $300. But he will make that back on the video. I don't know how much more, but he will make that back.
Mm-hmm.
Troy, because he's at like, I think he's at 70 or 80,000 views on that stream. He lost money on that stream. I don't like outside on ad revenue alone. He might have got donos or whatever. I don't know. But on ad revenue alone, he wouldn't have made his money back.
Yeah, he was getting donos. I know that, but like, it's honestly a tradition at this point with Troy. Like, I saw Henry tweeted at Troy whenever they dropped Shaq and Kobe, and Troy just kind of was like,
yeah.
And I think it's so good that I don't know if he's publicly shit on 2K, but just based on the fact that he on stream deleted the application because he's in the game, right?
Is he?
Wasn't he in like the My Career shit? Wasn't that him?
You're thinking of other random white guy.
No,
you're talking about LD, aren't you?
No, what I could have swore when you pick your affiliation.
Oh, he was one of the mayors last year.
He was one, so he was a Troydan. You could pick one side is Troydan, and the other side is somebody else.
That was at the start of last year only, season 1.
Oh,
when they had mayors. Remember they had mayors? They tried it for 2 months.
I'm 100%. It was this year.
Nah, you're thinking of LD2K.
Yeah, you might be thinking of.
You're just thinking
of.
I
gotta load up.
You're thinking of the other white guy.
Fresh account.
You're thinking of the other white guy.
I gotta load up a fresh account and go into a.
The two guys at LD and is it Shakedown? They were the two.
Oh,
guys.
Shakedown.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Troy was a mayor, so to answer your question, he was last year at the start.
No, but I was talking about this year, so it must have been Shakedown. My bad, it was the other white guy.
Shake's
Troy can't stand. He's talking about LD. He's talking about LD.
Man, wake up! What are you doing?
I don't think Troy can stand 2K. Like, I think if he has, like, he plays it out of absolute like apathy. Like,
yeah, I think
he used to be on that game all the time, man, making content, everything else. Like, you could tell he just
all the content creators I grew up watching are gone, man.
That's what I was just gonna say. Did you guys see the video of the guy that said why he left the 2K community? I didn't know who he was personally.
Who?
Left the community?
Well, he pretty much he stopped playing 2K on stream and went to being a variety streamer like the big 2K.
Oh yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. I don't know who he is, but I don't think he was a My Team player. I think he was a Park player.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm just like pretty much like the gist of it is everybody who plays 2K. No, I would say it's only My Team YouTubers that stay for some reason. Like
because it's basketball.
Like either
they love it.
No, but I'm saying like you ride the wave until like the views go down, and then you just stop making content.
They don't pivot quickly enough. Yeah.
Whereas like the Park guys, you got so many big names that they were pulling 100, 200 viewers per stream, and said this isn't enough, and did something else and went crazy, right?
Bro, like every major streamer, man, came from 2K.
Yeah, almost.
That's what I was actually telling my wife this the other day. It's like crazy to think like Aiden, Kai, like Agent, dude.
Speed, bro. Speed started on 2K.
It's like all the biggest streamers in the world came from 2K.
All of them. Like, yeah, it's mad. Yeah, they pivoted quickly enough. Like, there's people you look at now who are like inevitable. They need to make that decision. This is my opinion. I don't know. Like, I'm not saying this is like what has to happen. But someone like Henry needs to start doing other shit because his entire viewer base is for Henry. I was talking to him yesterday. I told him you could go for a walk and you'll get 50,000 views.
And that's the thing. If he doesn't, he's gonna like his sub count will obviously go up because that's just how it works. You keep making videos, you get more subscribers.
Every trend though. Yeah.
But his viewership is gonna get stagnant. Even though the sub count will keep going up, his viewer counts, it doesn't go much higher than where it's at now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the thing about Henry is like he's already transcended because his viewers watch Henry. They're not watching his videos for my team content. They're watching the video because they want to watch Henry on a video, right? Which is how people transcend game modes. And like the issue with him is he's still hitched to a game that can go up and down and affect his income, right? Where he doesn't need to do that. And I'm sure he knows that. Like he'll 100% know that. The other one, by the way, is Splash. Like, if Splash drops 2K, man, my God, the views. Imagine Splash is doing a like normal stream, just vibing, playing random. Imagine Splash playing a horror game or something, bro. I would be tapped in.
Oh yeah,
and his viewer base would grow at a ridiculous rate.
Because some people don't got that. Like, you know, some of the bigger, like, I'm not gonna say no names, but some people, like, it's like 2K or bust.
yeah.
But you can look at some people that you could just be like, yeah, no, you can go.
You could go
You
anywhere
can go
and you'll be
literally
good.
You
anything.
can go. Like, it's not even you can go. It's like, please go. Like, that's
Yeah,
right.
please. For the sake of my sanity.
It's like you
please
can
get
come
out.
back every once in a while, but move on, man. They aren't good enough for
Splash
you.
streaming to 1,000 people yesterday. That's everyone in it. Isn't that everyone that plays the game? He literally had max viewership on my team. Like, imagine if he was doing something else. That would turn into 10K next week, and that's how the others have done it, right?
Yeah,
They built up
literally.
that 500,000.
That actually made me think of something I wanted to talk about. Yesterday, Carlo was pulling more viewers than 2K themselves on Twitch. Is that not insane? On a launch of a season, 2K had 340 people in their stream. On the launch day of season 5.
And I don't know if that's not, and they were giving away 2 shacks.
Yeah,
So if that's not humbling,
you can't even draw
I
1,000
don't know.
with a giveaway.
I don't know what's gonna do it.
Yeah, it is really bad. I mean, I was on their stream twice last year, technically. Once when I got the logo. Second time I streamed, I played co-op with Evan and Stacks.
Mhm.
And, you know, we were pulling good numbers on those streams. What's the content now? People showed up to watch people get given a logo and recognize, you know, people that they follow, everything else.
Mhm.
Now it's just this tournament BS or, you know, I'm not going to use the word, but you know what I mean. If you're a certain type of creator, you get a logo. Or you know, people used to show up to watch their favorite creators, you know, have a fun stream. Like I said, me playing co-op, I was just being trolled the entire time. DBG was in a 2K stream. 2K mentioned DBG for the first time in like 4 years because of that. He was telling me to use Larry Johnson. I didn't want to do it. Like, it was fun, right? It used to be something fun to tap into. Now it's just this competitive nonsense. It's all park based, so my team community is not interested. You do a couple of giveaways. It's not the entire reason people showed up. It is a big reason people showed up, but it's not the entire reason. But if you like, for a company that tells me that they understand content on a different level, those streams are embarrassing.
Yeah. Honestly, I was surprised they streamed. Honestly, like with everything going on,
they had the nuts to crank up a stream. I'll give them that. I'll give them credit.
it's like last year, whenever they like did the band wave and everything, they completely skipped their scheduled streams and stuff.
And I feel bad for the guys. You said Stacks and Evan, because they're thrown to the fucking wolves. You pretty much at that point, you gotta just not read the chat.
I just feel for them, man. Like, because they're obviously, you know, they're the people we're supposed to be speaking to, who have been acknowledging me, people I've had calls with regularly in the past, who aren't responding to me right now. And that might be a me issue, or it might be a wider issue, but I think it's a wider issue. And then so internally they're having that kind of fractured relationship. Then they go on stream and just get torched for hours. Like, that has got to be a miserable job. I want to give a shout out to one person that was the unsung hero of that stream, which is Zaro, who was in the chat. Did you see him? He was like the moderator.
No, I didn't even watch
I didn't watch it. I
He's
just
the one.
saw it.
Bufik like screenshotted one of his comments and put it in on Twitter, which is something like, if you want to see change, you have to be patient or something, and like everyone's laughing at it. But actually, Zaro
is that like a fucking Batman quote?
great power comes great responsibility.
That's Spider-Man.
Yeah, nice.
They got him for
Zaro is the best. Like, he is the absolute best. Like, he is the one guy that I can say on like the NBA US side that is unequivocally on our side. Like, I love that guy. And to see him sitting in that chat, just getting flamed, I mean, it's just miserable. There's got to be some human value to this. And like, I keep using the word soulless. It's soulless, isn't it? All of it. It's just toxic, negative, soulless. There's not one redeeming quality. There's no quality of life for anyone involved in this. As much as we kind of had a laugh with this shit today, it's really sad how disconnected. I used the term yesterday for the first time in my life. Do you want to know what that term was? I went a bit John Cena with it.
Is it something you can say out here?
No, like someone was saying like, oh, you know, they've been aggressively monetizing the mode and it's, you know, it's making everyone so unhappy. I was like, I think this is a week we went past aggressive monetization to like absolutely ruthless monetization. I've never used that term.
I thought you were going to use a different R word. I was like, whoa.
No. Yeah, it's ruthless, isn't it? It is ruthless. Like, we're miserable. You've thrown your staff under the bus on a stream. Like, it's just sad. It's so
At least before,
sad.
they could kind of, like, we all knew what it was, but they could kind of hide it a little bit. But, like, this, you can't hide this. This is, it's obvious exactly. It's easy for, like you said, the people that we don't see, that we don't know their names, because they catch zero backlash from this.
Yeah. And that's one thing I do want to point out, though. Like, I understand we're all unhappy with the direction the mode's going. But I feel bad for all the devs in the sense of they're not on Twitter because they would just be getting constant threats and it'd be the most negative time of their entire life. Like, we got to realize at some point, this is their job. They have bosses that they have to answer to. Like, most cases, they don't have a say in this. They're just doing what they're told. So some of the things you see online, it's like, man, like, it's not that deep. Because people say some crazy shit, and it's like, it's a video game at the end of the day. These are people. They have families. They have lives. This is their job. I mean, I get it. I'm not happy. I'm not defending the direction they're going. But a lot of the people that they're, like, taking their anger out on are just doing what they're told. Most of us have bosses. I mean, I don't know if Jazz has a boss, but most of us have bosses. You have people you have to answer.
I have investors.
You have people you have to answer to, even if you don't agree with it. Like, you have to do it, otherwise there will be.
I think yes and no. I think what part of what you're saying is true, and part of it is kind of making excuses for people who don't need excuses made. Like, yes, you're right. When you say 2K, you're talking about everyone who works there, right? You're even talking about, you know, the receptionist or whatever.
Yeah, certainly.
When you say 2K as an entity, you're talking about everyone involved in the company. So
yeah.
I try to be a bit careful. I've said this in videos before. I try not to use 2K generally, but I do. I do it way too much. There are specific people there that are an issue. Straight up.
Yeah.
There's people there that are an issue. Not only at the top level. There's other people that are an issue. Like, my relationship really, I've made a point now of only working with the 2K UK guys. Like, that's going to be my future. Because I love those guys. Like, Tom, Josh, Arthur, like, they're just lovely people, man. Like, you know, they go out their way for you. And actually, every opportunity I've had is because of them. And they're really tapped into, like wanting the best for us and the community. They're brutally honest about how they feel about things and the state of things. The US side isn't. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. Like, it's not an environment that I always feel comfortable in, right? Because it just feels a lot of it's for show. You know what I mean? Where we know the truth that the stuff at the top just isn't going to happen. But the other side of that is the gameplay depths. That's a whole different story. Because they built a good game and play tested a good game and got people involved. And they made the decision. That's not a financial decision, right?
And even we got guys like Mike Wang. Mike Wang's the main one that comes out the first month of the game, and he actually responds to tweets. He explains why he does what he does. He says when he was wrong. He says that, you know, the badge didn't work the way I planned it to work. We're gonna fix it for the first month. But you said that's about all he has, because guess what? He's got to start working on next year.
This year was a bad look for him. I really like Mike, by the way. I really, really like Mike. I spent a day in a room with him. Like, he's a really cool guy. Like, and his whole team, lovely, lovely people. Like, most of his team are just us. They're no different to us. If people just play the game, you know, there's people whose like job it is to play test the game, right? They're really cool. You know, there's Will, who's like, you know, Will's one of the play testers, like permanent play testers. Like he was a Make-A-Wish kid. And you know they gave him a job, and now that's what he does. It's really cool.
Was he like the OG, like the one that got the first Make-A-Wish logo?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We were playing together in San Francisco. Like they want to make the best game ever, but this year, like they do want to make the best game. Like Mike Wang's entire mission is to make the best game possible. That's all he wants to do. That's all he has to do. You know, that's his job. He's not involved in monetization. Although I do think the change he made this year affected monetization because it made the need for Mario P cards greater. But what he did this year is we built a really good game. They released it. For the most part, on my team, everyone was happy. A couple of complaints, the shooting was too easy, whatever. But for the most part, everyone was happy, and it was accessible for the first time in years. The gameplay was really accessible to someone who just picked up the game. And then he was in constant contact, he was talking, he was tweeting and everything else. And then he dropped the patch, which ruined the game, and fucked off.
Which
like that's what happened this year. And I was
it's been a while. Which patch are we talking about here?
The initial shooting patch. It was sort of 3-4 weeks. It was just before the end of season 1, wasn't it?
I think so.
I thought did they revert it? Because I think shooting's still pretty easy.
It's just a power creep.
That's what we call, because we got 99 3-point cards now. So
yeah, I mean we've got cards with every off shooting badge in the game, corners and what. Yeah, it's a power creep. But yeah, like you can't just drop the game, like the final version of the game, and then go, okay, now I don't want to talk to you guys. I've got to work on another game.
All right. So is there anything we missed? Anything you guys want to touch on?
I think.
Do you want to go through the other rewards?
Yeah, we can go through these other rewards.
Yeah, we can. Let's see.
See, we got Middleton. Middleton, what do you guys think of Middleton? I think he's gonna be better.
I think Middleton. I think he's got a bad rep because, like, I think people like nobody asked for a fucking Chris Middleton. I think he's okay. Like, I think he's all right. Like,
I agree.
Yeah.
For a 50 win, a 50 triple threat win card, he's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Everyone
think nobody
should get him, whatever mode you play.
Yeah. And I just think people didn't like. I think Chris Middleton is one of those like very average looking guys. Like, you know,
we're not here judging them by looks, man.
Does anyone know what his jumper's like?
I'd have to hit up Dream. I know Dream's got him.
That will be the make or break on that card, won't it?
Yeah. I did get one thing right about this Moses Malone. I didn't get that he would be.
You did, and you pulled that out of your ass because literally we were like, was there even a Moses Malone card in the game? And then they promoted Moses Malone makes his debut into the game.
Yeah. Rich Paul here.
I was like, that's Josh got that one. He might be.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah, I mean Moses. I mean D-Rob's better than him, right? Already,
probably.
Yeah, because Moses doesn't even have like a good like his jumper's like 80, which is
83.
It's makeable. It's makeable, but like at this point of the game, nah, I'm good.
There's gonna be 30 better cards in this position by the end of the season.
There might be like 20 right now.
I will not lie. I don't know if he's on 2KDB. I didn't look. I am excited for this Hondo. I haven't looked. If he's on 2KDB, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked. I'd have to look. But if they could recreate the Hondo from a few years ago, he's the
what Hondo?
You get him from completing salary cap all three person salary.
Is that who it is?
It's Opal Hondo.
Opal Hondo, okay.
So
I haven't seen it.
Let me check 2KDB real quick because I don't know if his stats are up there.
It's not there.
Okay.
He's not there, I think. Unless you type his name in as it comes up. No, he's not there.
Okay, because I'm excited about that.
He might be good, but they're not going to make him that good. Let's be real.
I don't think
defense will be rough.
Hey, I don't
last season we got Drazen Petrovic. Like, come on.
Who cares about his defense? The CPU's the lockdown, so if he could create, if he can create, that's all we need, right?
Yeah.
What about people are shitting on Michael Porter Jr.? Like, I think the card looks pretty good.
I've
seen a lot of people.
He's got Magic Johnson dribble style. That's what the complaint is. I mean, he's a 6'10" small forward, but I think he'll be good. But
I don't know much about him. I don't know much about him this year, but last year wasn't the jumper cash.
He's probably just a catch and shoot guy.
He'll be good.
He'll be a tall catch and shoot guy.
I think the Magic Johnson dribble style is good on anyone but Magic. I think his Magic's player model is he just can't run.
Well, they said the Magic Johnson thing was because there was like one good move that was like amazing on the Magic Johnson dribble style, and then they patched it right before they gave us the card. So no, but that was like just the behind the back. But wasn't there like a move that was based on the
I think it was
style,
his crossover,
like a burst. It was like a burst he had out of the dribble style, and they patched it right before they gave us the card. Because Park players came out first. Park players came out first. Like, yo, what the fuck? They patched the Magic Johnson dribble style.
Now they're all talking about the
like,
Booker dribble style.
It makes sense. It's like, now it makes sense.
Yeah. Can we talk about this Larry Johnson real quick?
I know you've been.
I'll let you take the floor with that.
He's Rex Chapman, right, of the season. Am I? That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the Ascension. Yep.
He's fucking RNG. The two cards that I wanted, I either have to pay $80 for to get Harden, like if I want him today, or I guess maybe I'd get both, right? But there's a chance I don't get Larry Johnson, isn't there? I can't guarantee that.
So if you ask Josh, he'll tell you you're probably not going to get him. I've never not got the Ascension reward.
I got Rex last season.
I didn't get him.
Did you not get one?
I didn't get him. And I
heard Rex was good. I didn't use it.
I was about to punch my monitor. I was so mad.
Did you get the Pro Pass?
Yeah.
Oh, you had all the extra picks. You still didn't get him?
Yeah, it's a skill issue at that point.
I got, let's see, and even the mode Ascension boards, I got like 7 of them, maybe more.
It's not been your finest podcast, has it?
No.
Like just generally.
Honestly.
You did get Rex.
I'm getting shit on.
Opening packs on 2KDB.
I was gonna say, it sounds like you got the worst. Out of the three of us, it sounds like you got the worst luck. You can't pull Kareem on the free.
There's a lot of skill issues going on there.
Man, this is. I got Jose Alvarado out of my free deluxe pack. I get the.
Same.
Bro, on a level though, this Larry Johnson is amazing. I really want this card. Like even objectively, I really want this card. He'll run small forward for me. Like him and Bron would be my 2 small forwards if I ran.
Because body like build wise, he's similar to Zion. No, he's a big body, smaller guy.
He's got the leaks jumper, man. It's a good jumper. Man. It's a really good jumper. It's on normal, which sucks.
Is it enough to bring Jazz back?
Hell no.
The day he gets them, you see the I'm back.
I'll get Harden. I think the thing that I will do this season is one way or another I'll get to Harden. That's it.
Get it from the wreck.
Everyone says it's easier to get it on my team.
Yeah,
I've heard the opposite. I thought it was easier to get it in Park in career.
Someone said something about current gen it being easier as well.
Well, like at season 1, there was like a glitch where if you pop an XP token and play like one game of rec, like I literally did it with the 60 overall center. Made like a 7'3", 60 overall center, went to the rec, did the center's job. Like I literally just grabbed rebounds,
that's what I heard.
Got the occasional putback, and got like 20 rebounds and like 6 points, and went 5 levels up.
In one game?
One game. They patched that after season 1 though, but season 1 they got Kyrie in like 5 rec games, literally.
Really? Jeez. I think I saw JD doing it. I think that's why I saw it. Yeah. But yeah, Larry Johnson, shame. Let's see if I get him or not.
I will.
I'll have a go at getting him. If I get Harden, I'll have a chance of getting him.
And that's the thing. As much as I want it, like this is like a statement also to the people like on my channel. As much as I want to move on from 2K, you'll get the occasional Madden stream, the occasional MLB The Show stream. I still think I'm gonna be the dumbass that keeps playing this game. Well, as long as the content stays the same, I'm not gonna participate in the packs outside the free ones. Even if it's like I'm no money spent, but even with my MT, I'm not gonna buy the packs. But I'm pretty sure I'm still gonna be playing the game. And I hate to say it, I'm gonna be that guy. So don't think the 2K content's going anywhere.
Yeah, good. You two onto a good thing. You got to keep doing it. I'm so excited about doing other things. I think this week a lot of content creators have felt that way. You know, that they reached that point they needed to get to. I think quite a few of them. Even some of the bigger ones reached that point where they were like, you know what, we did it here. We could do it somewhere else. Like it might take me a year to maybe get back to like where I am with 2K on something else. But what's the long-term prospects on that? But yeah, you guys are doing what you're doing. You know, it's growing. This is fun. I watch it every week. It's good stuff. Keep doing it.
I appreciate it.
We can keep going, but before I forget, Jazz, Kiwi told me I had to tell you hi. Just before I forget and we end the podcast, I was talking to Kiwi. He's hey, tell Jazz hi for me tomorrow. Yeah, say less, Kiwi. I got you.
Hi. Just stop the whole podcast and say hi to you.
Yeah,
Hey,
just brief intermission.
Okay, now that that's done.
Yeah. Where do we go from here? He didn't even tell me hi. What the fuck is this? Man, it really is just shit on me.
Well, so I think the way the conversation started was because like, I think because he was saying like Jazz and Killer Josh like they don't stream 2K as much as they used to.
Yeah, they're Hollywood.
He's like, I missed them, and then he's like, yeah, tell Jazz I said hi.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a fuck Josh thing.
No, it's okay.
He's in your stream every time you stream.
That's okay.
You ungrateful bastard.
Wow, bastard's crazy. Wow. What did I do today? Like, what did I do that everybody's really just out here saying fuck Josh?
But anyway, so what they really want to know. I'm playing.
He's down bad, isn't he? He's down bad.
Guys, I have bad news.
It's because I woke
have
up at
more
6
bad
o'clock
news.
in the morning.
I have more bad news, guys. So apparently,
Like I'm acting like the 6 a.m. thing wasn't my idea.
Hey, I'm going to talk you here, all right?
I'm talking.
So apparently, if you load up current gen, you get a second deluxe pack. No worries, I got another ambulance guy.
I'm not installing current gen.
Yeah, I'm not gonna install current gen just get fucked twice.
But yeah,
Like-
look.
That's how
Do you want
down bad
something?
I am. I thought a Shaq was waiting for me.
Just any means to rip a pack. Don't even matter what
No,
the
like I
pack is.
thought I had bad luck when I pulled 3 deluxe bundles last week and thought every time Kareem was gonna be in the next pack. And then I watched Detroit and shit. And I was like, damn.
Bro, like, that is such a demoralizing thing. Like, how does 824 packs, $2,000?
Guys, can I ask you a question before we go?
Yeah.
What's up?
It's kind of a weird thing, right? So you know I uploaded this video yesterday, like quitting. I got more subscribers from that video than I have any other video I've ever posted.
Because people haven't related to you more than yesterday.
But
Like,
I
yeah,
quit the
right on,
game.
right
What
on.
did they subscribe for? Like,
Yeah.
I just
That's
like,
a way
it
of
doesn't make
standing
any
in
sense.
solidarity with you.
No,
Everyone subscribes
can I
us,
also add? Yeah, I think that's literally what it is. People standing in solidarity because
Yeah.
last night I streamed and I have not gained a subscriber through stream in ages. All my subscribers come from the podcast or my Team Wars, right?
Right.
And I went a stream, I went live, made a Madden thumbnail, and then like I went live, wasn't even playing Madden because the servers were down. So I ended up playing 2K anyways, and gained like 5 subscribers. And I was like, damn, like I think that's literally people's way of just saying like I stand with you.
yeah. I mean that is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, maybe they'll tune into my Among Us stream on YouTube next week. Let's see.
Oh, that's another thing Kiwi said. He said, get on it. We need more Among Us streams.
We can run this weekend.
Yeah, I'm not doing shit. All I gotta do is like go do like one job tomorrow, like at 11 o'clock. Besides that, I'm not doing shit all weekend.
Josh, when you say you're too busy for Among Us, are you just opening packs on 2KDB?
Not even meaningful packs.
What am I gonna do when I pack them on there? Like, yes!
Post a screenshot. On Twitter.
Screenshot it, yeah, put it on Twitter.
Oh my god. But I might have exaggerated a little bit, but yeah, it's
I don't think you did. I think now you're trying to walk it back. The walk back's been patched, mate. You're
2K can't
walking
patch
that
me, alright? They can patch the game, but they can't patch me.
All right, till they get rid of these packs.
Then I'm good.
So you know what's something crazy? Jazz? I didn't realize because I followed the guy we play Among Us with that makes his name 2KDB1.
PJ.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was the actual guy.
Okay. I know you're about to take an L, but explain.
No, like I followed him.
Yeah.
I followed him on Twitter.
Mhm.
Where's he at?
Finally, somebody else is gonna get shit on. I can't wait, man. Let's go.
He's fact checking before he says another word.
Is that not the? At least he has it in his bio that he's the guy that runs the shit, the 2KDB.
He runs the shit, yeah.
Or is that just a big ass troll? And I just fell for it. Fuck.
Hey,
Well done, PJ. You got one. You got him.
No, this is almost as bad as when Ref got me the first time.
It's hoop to baller. Yeah, no.
Did I ever tell that story about Ref coming into my stream?
No.
Every single time he would come in, every single time, and just say, "Oh, first time viewer," every single time, and then to the point where like I was legitimately going through my head. Ref, if you're watching this, don't take disrespect. I was like, is there like something legitimately wrong with this guy? Like I thought like does he have yeah, literally. I was like, does he have like that 51st date shit where he forgets every new day? I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because after the first time viewer, he would act like a regular viewer. Like he would just like, you know, make the occasional comment. And it wasn't until I think I went to Matt Mojo's stream and Rep was like first time viewer. And Matt Mojo's like, shut up, Rep. And I was like, oh, so this was just one big troll.
You've been getting scammed.
I guess I'm just real. What's the word for it?
Gullible.
Gullible. I'm real gullible, I guess. All right, so I think that's where we're wrapping up. Closing statements. What does 2K got to do to make you guys commit? Closing statements.
Make the cards accessible.
But how long?
For the rest of the game
how
cycle.
long will they? No, but I'm saying before, like in Jazz's case, Jazz has pretty much said he's done. How consistently will they have to make the cards accessible for you to be like, okay, I'll finish a year out? If they did it for a month straight of content that was fully accessible,
I don't know. I don't know if there's an answer right now because, like I said, this is like this. They crossed the line, man. Like they crossed the line this week. Like let's end where we started, right? Gambling only content for the first time ever. Like I told you, it's got professional, implications for me. Like I can't continue to play a game that is going to do that. And sorry, game mode. I need to stop saying game because I'll play 2K. I'll play my career, all that shit. I can't play game mode that is going to do that, and they are going to do it again. Doesn't matter. The answer to your question is, it could be 3 months, 6 months, a year. But am I going to invest a year in this and then they do it again? I have to stop.
As soon as numbers start going down.
Because they will do this again. In fact, right now, there's no sign that they won't stop doing this. So it just is what it is. Like I said, I said that at the end of my video. It is what it is.
I think you made a good point too. Like you don't got to stop playing 2K.
Yeah.
It's completely different like branches of the company.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go spend $50 to make a build on career, but if that's your prerogative, if you like the game mode, like just do it. Play the game. Play quick play. Just don't play my team. Your beef is with my team, not with 2K as a whole.
And it's one of those throwaway comments. I talk about like dismissive comments doing damage. That's another one. Oh, 2K's a monopoly. What they're actually saying is my team is a monopoly, which it isn't. Because there's other game modes. My team is not a monopoly. It is a monopoly on a card collecting live service sports mode, but that's very specific. Saying it's got a monopoly on basketball is just not true. Because my NBA exists, my career exists, Play Now exists. There's plenty of ways you can play a basketball game that isn't my team.
Let's get an online my NBA league.
We should do that.
I would do it. I 100% would do it.
Yeah.
Even if we did a few drafts, it would be fun.
Yeah. Make your own my team.
Yeah. You can create.
I'm sure there's custom lineups out there with historic lineups with all the my team cards in it already. I'm sure someone's done it.
Let's do it.
I mean, don't publicize it. But if you play this stuff on PC, you can mod the living shit out of that game. You can put the Terminator in that game if you want. You can do whatever you want.
I don't want to run into the 25-foot Shaq.
Yeah, I mean, look.
No, so someone literally made a Shaq. I was gonna say the Terminator, but he was black, so he looked like Cyborg from Teen Titans. He was like fucking dribbling the hell out the ball, speed boosted. I was like, I'm cool off PC.
He's a really good example
like Terry
of someone who's
he's a baby back bitch. Baby back bitch.
He's a good example of someone that left my team and just went to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
In a year as well.
Yeah, Terry Crews. He blew up off it.
He quit playing my team, went to his.
My bad, I wasn't familiar with your
same
game. No, but I actually did miss the name he said. Who are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
He's the guy who made that Shaq. Well, he didn't make the Shaq. I was saying he downloaded it. There's mods for everything. You can do whatever you want in this game. You don't have to play my team.
I already know Antoine gonna be running around with Ice Spice. I just know it.
Okay, can I say? I'll make this comment off the record. Okay, so let's wrap this.
No. You said it.
They passed the walk back, Antoine.
It's not about me. It's not about me. It's about my son. I don't want to embarrass him.
Okay, you know
on
that's
the
fair
YouTube
enough.
channel.
That's fair enough.
Like, all right. So normally I'm a lot more engaging with the comment section throughout the pod, but this time we were kind of just going. So let us know down below, your opinions on everything we spoke on, and how you feel about the state of the game. Anybody want to close out with anything, or is that wraps?
When's Luke coming on?
He never. I think. Josh, did you ever message him?
Yeah,
I think you did, but he said he never replied.
No,
right?
he replied. He's got a really busy schedule. There's a few people that.
And yeah, Jacob said the same.
Oh.
Jacob said he's just pretty busy.
We've
we're
got
not
a few.
getting all the art.
We've got a few people lined up that, man, I don't know how you did it for as long as you do. These schedules are tough, man. Scheduling is a nightmare.
I like being on this side. It's 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm chilling. I've still got my day. I like being on this side.
Yeah, man, it's stressful out here. So every time I'm mid conversation, he just does some fuck shit. And
What just happened? We should wrap it.
yeah, wrap it up,
Right,
man.
yeah, let's wrap it up.
Get him out.
As always, y'all be safe. Peace.
Peace.